We're going to Alaska, hooray!
Yay!
No, genuinely, we're so excited we can barely stand it. So, I've kind of been dropping hints here and there. If you guys have been watching my Alaska travel series, this is kind of me helping myself get ready for this trip and helping her get ready for this trip.
Yeah.
It was kind of born because I was looking for videos about these ports, and I thought, well, I can't find exactly what I'm looking for, so I'll just make it. And Mom's having a great time watching
Learning
them.
about it, and it's a nice introduction for Emma because she's not been before.
Yes.
Right.
So it's a great preparation for the ports that we're going to visit and the sort of things that we're going to be doing and seeing, and just Alaskan information in general, really.
Yeah, Alaska's a huge place.
Huge.
And we're not even going to get to see half of it on this cruise. Oh, we're going on an Alaska cruise. Let me actually tell you what our plan is. So, Mom and I actually went on an Alaska cruise 2 years ago in 2023. And it was 7 nights. It was on the Grand Princess. So, it was a brand new cruise line for us. And it was from Vancouver to Whittier, Alaska. But we came home and we loved it so much that she almost immediately booked another one for 2024 or 2025.
Yeah.
And that was this cruise. So we've had this one booked for a really long time. So let me kind of tell you a little bit about what we're doing. It is a epic 17-night cruise on the Grand Princess. And then we've got a few days in Seattle before we embark the ship. So it's going to be a really long, really extravagant, really wonderful vacation. I am so excited. So let's break down the itinerary just a little bit. I think it's called the 17-Day Ultimate Alaska with Glacier Bay National Park. So it's a round trip from Seattle itinerary. We have a total of 3 sea days, 3 scenic cruising days, and we'll get to see Glacier Bay National Park, College Fjord, and Hubbard Glacier.
I'm really excited.
Yeah.
Me too, because I really enjoyed Glacier Bay because it was a full day experience. College Fjord, weren't we there kind of late? Was it dinner time?
And it was, and it was kind of misty and rainy both days, but it was later in the day. When
It was
we were
kind
there.
of dark for College Fjord.
You've seen the videos, which doesn't, I mean, the pictures don't do it justice,
No,
but
not at all.
It's at least an exposure to it.
Right. Yeah, it kind of gives you an idea, but it's nothing like being there.
Yeah.
Which I haven't yet, but I'm so excited.
Yeah, this is her first trip to Alaska ever. We have a total of 8 Alaskan ports. So we're going to go to Ketchikan, Juneau, Skagway, which we have both visited before. Everything's new to her. And then we've got some new places to Mom and I. We've got Icy Strait Point, Sitka, Haines, and Wrangell, which is really cool. And Seward, which I've been to a bunch of times, and Mom has never been to before.
So you've been to Seward, but you haven't been to those other ports?
No, because Seward you can drive to from Anchorage. Seward's like a 2-hour drive from Anchorage. And I would like to take everybody in my life to the Resurrect Art Coffee House and the Alaska Sea Life Center. I just think that's like the perfect day.
She did a video on the Alaska Sea Life Center, I think when you were living with Adam and Sherry, and I have wanted to go ever since. It looked so cool. So that was like when they were like, oh yeah, do you want to go with us to Alaska? Firstly, yes. And then I was like, if we go anywhere near there, can we go to the aquarium? And she was like, you know what? Yeah, I think we can.
Yeah, we actually can.
Yes.
So she doesn't ask for much, but when she asks for something, we kind of want to try to make sure she gets to do what she wants to do.
I had 2 requests, and we'll get to the other one later, but that was one of my requests for this trip was the aquarium.
So those are our Alaska ports, and then we've got 2 ports in British Columbia. We get to go to Victoria and Vancouver. And it's really exciting because as I've been making this Alaska travel series, like getting ready to go on this trip, I've been analyzing our itinerary more and more. And I don't know if it's because the Grand Princess is the oldest ship in the Princess fleet, or, if Princess just worked it out wonderfully for this particular itinerary, but we have some wonderful port times. We're in port in a lot of these ports for an extended period of time. I think we get into Victoria at noon, and we don't leave until 11:30 p.m.
Yeah.
So we were there for almost 12 hours. A lot of itineraries that port in Victoria only get like 3 hours in the port, and it's like 8 p.m. to midnight. And so you don't get a whole lot of time in port, and I think it's really cool that we're going to have so much time there.
And I know it's light late into the evening, and it doesn't get dark in the summer there. But still, I think getting there at 7 or 8 o'clock for somebody who's on East Coast time, that's really late.
Yeah. And a lot of businesses are closed. Victoria is really famous for the Bouchard Gardens. You can't go to the Bouchard Gardens if they're not open.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a 45-minute drive from the port to the gardens. And they tell you that you need several hours to explore them. So if your ship gets into port at 8 o'clock at night, you don't get to go.
Yeah, no luck.
Yeah. So I'm excited.
I'm thrilled. But speaking of Victoria, that is the other request that I made. I'm dragging the two of them for like a English tea thing that we'll do in Victoria, and I'm so excited about it. It's going to be so fun.
She really wants to do afternoon tea. So we have afternoon tea booked as an excursion that day. What I have not told her is that they have afternoon tea on the ship too.
Woo!
So you're going to get more than one tea experience.
Very fun.
Yeah, and you can compare them.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Something we learned just really recently is that the Grand Princess is actually going to be, it's in dry dock right now. So we are going to be the very first cruise itinerary post dry dock. So I'm really excited to see what they've done to it, because I don't think they've done a dry dock on it in the last 5 years. I think it's on a 5-year cycle. So it's in Portland, Oregon, I think, right now for dry dock.
And it's not a very long dry dock. It's not like
3 weeks,
Yeah,
isn't
two,
it?
2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So it's probably nothing like severely major, but definitely it'll be nice to be the first ones back on.
Yeah.
And it's nice and clean and crisp and
Probably freshen
fresh.
it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wash the carpets maybe.
Yeah, I'm excited. I am. I'm thrilled. We've been watching so many YouTube videos to get ready for this trip, and every night we're like, "Ooh, I'm so excited for a trip." And
Got the
we're-
countdown on the calendar.
Yeah, we are so close. I think we are within 2 weeks of sailing, or 2 weeks of leaving the house.
yeah, it's crazy.
And so we're all trying to get things at work ready because we're going to be gone for a long period of time. Things at school and work ready. So it's going to be a fast couple of weeks that we have to get through.
It actually works out great for me school-wise because I'm in my last 2 weeks of school now, so I will finish the last of my undergrad requirements at the end of April. And then I will have the entirety of May off because grad classes for the grad course that I'm wanting to start don't start until June. So I will not have to do any schoolwork at all.
Yay!
And that just happened completely by accident. We didn't even plan on me going back to school when we booked this cruise.
Yeah.
So that's how long it's been.
Yeah, this cruise has been on the books so long. I have changed jobs since we planned this cruise.
It's
And-
been on again, off again, and we didn't really know we were going to get to do it for sure until we got really close to that final payment.
Yeah.
and we just decided we're going to do it.
We're going to do it. We're going to make it happen.
No matter what happens, we're going to
We're
go.
not going to push it off. She's watching the cats fight through the door.
No, I think the dog was over there watching the cat with her arm on the door because she was staring at something.
We initially booked a standard balcony stateroom for this cruise. And if you've not sailed with Princess before, like we've only sailed with Princess one time, we didn't realize until a little later that the standard balcony rooms on Princess, for most of the ships, I think the newer ones are coming out with like the sofa, but most of the older ships don't have the sofa in the standard balcony room. So you get the bed that can be 2 twins, or you can put them together, and you can have like the bunks that come down from the ceiling, like a Pullman bed, but they don't typically come with a sofa bed. So the more we thought about it, the more we thought, well, it's going to be fine. It's going to be kind of uncomfortable with all 3 of us in one of those, or one of us in one of those Pullman beds, probably going to be me. And I can live with that. I'm not picky. But we had the opportunity about, a month ago?
Yeah.
We got something
do it
from
about
Princess.
4 to 8 weeks before the sailing.
And they sent us an email that basically said we were eligible for a stateroom upgrade bid. So the way Princess does it is you can bid on a stateroom upgrade. The suites were all full, and the only rooms that we could upgrade to from the standard balcony was a mini suite. They had the standard mini suites, and then they had the reserve collection. And since the Princess, or the Grand Princess, is the oldest ship in the fleet, we didn't see the value in upgrading to the reserve
Yeah.
collection, so we bid on the
Mini suite.
the standard mini suite. Still has a balcony, and we learned 30 days exactly from sale that we got it.
We
so
won.
we're going to be in a mini suite for this cruise, which is really exciting.
Yeah.
Because we have a couch or a sofa that we'll pull out into a bed. So now nobody has to sleep in a bed that comes down from the ceiling.
Yeah.
It gives us a little more room in the stateroom. I don't know what other kinds of amenities we get with
For a
it.
few days, if it's a 3-day cruise, we can cram in a small space.
Yeah.
A week, we can be in a tighter space. But
Yeah.
17 days, we really kind of thought it might be worth it to splurge
Yeah.
and to try to get the mini suite.
Yeah. And we did do the math about, like, should we just like rebook the room into like a mini suite level, and it actually did save us money to do
Yeah.
the stateroom upgrade bid. Of course, it wasn't certain that we were going to get the upgrade. We got it, which is great, but we could have been happy with the other room that we had booked.
Yeah. So it was kind of a gamble. If you want it, then just upgrade.
Yeah.
But if you're thinking, I'm willing to take a chance and not get to pick the location of room I get, but take whatever I get, because if you put your bid in and you leave it, then if you win the bid, they're going to charge your card and you get that room.
Yeah.
There's no backing down.
And it is worth noting, because it wasn't exactly 100% clear to me, when you make your bid, so let's say they have it's like a pull bar, so you can like place your bid at anywhere between the minimum and the maximum that they have set for you. So you can place it anywhere in there, but whatever you place it at, say you place the bid at $300, it's $300 for the first 2 people in the room. So it's $300 twice for your stateroom upgrade bid. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
And one of the tips we got was from YouTube, and I wish I remembered what video it was from, but they told us to bid like a really weird
Like an uneven
number.
amount.
Yeah.
Because most
So-
people think $50, $100, $300.
75.
So it's going to come out to an even amount.
Yeah. But this tip that we got said bid, instead of $100, bid $105.
Or 95.
Yeah. So you're like at that tier or above that tier,
Off
you
that.
know, but you're not at that number. And I'm like, oh, that's actually really smart, because we had set the bid and I like round numbers. So I had set it, and then I went in later and I changed it. Because you can change the bid at any time before they accept your bid.
Yeah, so you could go up or down. So if one day you want more, then you could put more on, and then if the next day they haven't done it, then you could lower it down. But you can kind of tinker around with it a little bit.
Yeah.
But
But
we-
once they accept your bid, you can't change it anymore.
It's done. I'm just happy that we won.
Yeah, me too. That was
Thrilled.
really exciting. And it was really weird the way she found out that we won, because she had the charge on her credit card. Did you even
Yeah.
get-
No, I got a text message. My credit card texts me every time there's a charge. And I got a charge, and I'm like, Princess? And I knew immediately, we won the bid! And so she got on and looked.
And our stateroom number had changed.
Yeah.
So I went in real quick and I like printed out the luggage tags. So now
So
we have the
they-
luggage tags with the room number on it.
I think the moment that it charged on my card, the same moment they had sent out the email. But I thought that was really cool that my credit card told me first.
Yeah,
By
that was
text
funny. And she was so excited. We all did a little
Yeah.
little jig in the kitchen. It was really exciting. I missed a step though, because we booked it so long ago. And do you remember when you met
When
your
we-
little friend Ryan? We did something because we found out that the price of the cruise for our
Yeah.
original room that we had booked. So this was a couple months after she had originally booked it. The price went down.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, how do we get that price? So she called Princess and talked to a guy named Ryan.
Ryan
and,
Yamamoto.
And he said, we need to ask for a quote-unquote refare. So we refared the same room we were in, and they actually gave us the lower price that was active on the Princess website for the same room. So
But
we
you
didn't
can't
have
do
to,
that online. You have to call.
Yeah.
Huh.
So we actually saved some money there, and then just recently we bid on the stateroom upgrade.
Cool. I didn't know that they did that. That's really cool.
Yeah, I thought so too. And that's why I'm telling you, because I think it's cool and
Yeah.
it's a nice tip. What else? Oh, we have the Princess Premier package. So
Which
when,
has changed.
when we, well, it feels like it's changed a couple of times. And I think this happened on our first cruise, didn't it?
It did,
We booked the cruise, the very first cruise that we took, first Princess cruise, and we had the Princess Premier. And then at some point between booking and sailing, the details of the package changed. And if you wanted the upgraded package, with the new stuff that comes on the package, you had to upgrade to the new package and you just pay the difference. So if it was $60 and now it's $65 per person per day, you would just pay the difference, right? So the same thing happened this time. We booked with the Princess Premier package, and it was $75, $70. I don't remember how much it was per person per day.
Boy, I don't either.
But we booked under the old details, the old package. And recently, I think last fall, the package changed. You gonna sneeze?
I thought I was, but then it went away. I hate that.
That's okay. So we booked under the old Princess Premier package, and we have gone back and forth about whether or not we're gonna upgrade or not. Just recently, we discovered that now if you buy the package on the ship, it's $5 more than it is if you buy it before you sail.
Yeah.
So I think we kind of need to make that decision of whether or not we're going to upgrade before
Soon.
we get on the ship.
Yeah.
But we still have the old package details, meaning we don't get the unlimited specialty dining. We get 2 free specialty dinings.
And you have to weigh all of these decisions as to, what you think value is for you,
Yeah.
what you want to spend your money on. This is a longer cruise for us. It's one that we've been saving for right at 2 years. It's a big deal. This is not a spur of the moment flash sale one. We did get some money off, but then we've spent that again because we did get the room upgrade. But I think the Princess packages, from my point of view, are really worth a value. Now I know every cruise line has their own package, but this one includes gratuities, it includes
Internet. Here's the thing about the Princess package. I feel like they give you everything you want, and then a little bit more. And a lot of videos that I've watched of people telling you that you don't need the package, they are looking at it as a drink package, and it's so much more than that. Because some of these things, if you are going to go on the cruise, you are going to pay the gratuities. And if you cancel the gratuities, I think there's a special place in hell for you. I think that is awful that people cancel the gratuities.
That's low.
It's shameful.
Because that is their paycheck. That is how they make money. They are paid pennies by the
And I
company
understand what
because-
some people are saying. I'm going to interrupt you, and I'm sorry about that, but some people say, oh, well, then just charge me more, and then the company will pay them.
You saying that is not going to make the companies do that. That's the same thing that like when tourists come to America and they're like, well, I don't want to tip my waiters because I think it's wrong, blah, blah, blah. Sure, it may be, and it's probably better where you come from, but you complaining about it and stiffing this poor waitress on 20% of a $100 tip or $100 bill isn't going to change things.
No.
It's just going to put her out of a tip that she earned.
Yeah. That could be gas money, that could be groceries.
That could be rent.
It could make a significant difference. So the way I look at these packages is I look at what I'm going to buy on the cruise.
Yes.
Gratuities are like something that I have to pay for.
100%.
So I could either like prepay them or I could include it as part of the package, and then it increases the value of that package for me.
Yes.
I never look at it as, oh, I'm going to spend this many dollars in alcoholic beverages on a cruise. That's the last thing I think of. So I look at the automatic gratuities first, then I look at the internet package, the specialty dining, how much bottled water am I going to drink on the ship?
How many coffees?
How many specialty coffees am I going to drink on the ship? And then anything after that.
Yeah.
Because they do give you the special like desserts, you know.
Yeah.
We didn't have one of those on our last Princess cruise, and we want to do at least one on this cruise just to give it a try. One of my favorite things that they include in the Princess Premier package is the seating, the reserved seating in the Princess Theater, because it costs them nothing, but it makes my experience better.
Yeah.
So it's all about your perceived value in that, you know. But I think that there is value there, and so for us to have the Premier package means a lot to me. Yeah. You could go on a Princess cruise and have a marvelous time not spending a dime over the
What you
fare
paid
of the
to
cruise.
live on the cruise for that time.
Because, like, everything you need is included. You don't need internet. You don't need alcoholic beverages.
You don't need the picture package. They did such good job.
That's something else they include.
They did such a good job on our photographs, and they did not accost you. I know sometimes we've been on cruises where
And it
I
feels
feel
like-
like the photographer.
They're pressuring you.
Yeah.
Can I take a picture? No. And we had to like go seek them out. And they didn't have a line. And they did such a good job like taking their time with us, posing her.
Yeah.
We got her headshot done on the cruise. And it's beautiful.
It's great.
Yeah. So I
I
totally
wish I
forgot-
looked like that now.
Yeah.
well, now you don't wear glasses. So with that being said, this is going to be a really long cruise series or really long video vlog series for this channel. I've got a bunch of videos planned. We're going to vlog every day on the ship. We're going to do some videos before we go. This is one of them. I want to go through all of the shore excursions available through Princess. So that'll be probably the next video that you see. We're going to go through all of the shore excursions for each port, how much they cost, kind of looking at how easy, frankly, it is to book them and how easy it is to cancel them too.
Because she's canceled and rebooked already a couple of them that we've changed our minds on,
Yeah.
or they, added another one and we like that one better.
Yeah, so I want to go through all the port excursions, shore excursions, port adventures if you're a Disney cruiser. And we've got 3 days in Seattle before the cruise too. So we've got lots and lots of time in Seattle. So
I'm really excited to go to Mopop. That's one of, because I really want to do more museums. I want to do like more art galleries. That's something that's like on my personal bucket list as I, age out of my 20s and into my 30s. So I'm really looking forward to going to Mopop.
is that what you're most excited about for this trip? I want to do that. Because like we're going to put this video up and then we're going to do a review when the trip is over.
Okay.
What are you looking forward to the most?
Mopop is like for Seattle, but I think for the entire trip, either Glacier Bay or the aquarium. That might be stupid, but those are like the two that I'm really, really looking forward to.
For me, I can't just pick one. So it's going to be the
Okay.
train ride,
Okay.
Yeah.
and it's going to be the shrine.
Okay.
Okay. And then I want to go to Wrangell.
Yeah.
And I want to put some postcards in the mail at Wrangell because I
No.
want that postmark.
No, we're all really excited about Wrangell specifically because have you done? Yeah, you did
yeah.
post the one about Wrangell.
Yeah.
So they do that really cool thing, and if you haven't seen it, you should go watch Albert's video. But they do that really cool thing with the garnets, and we want to support that. We think that's really, really cool, and
Yeah.
also garnets are pretty, so it's like it's a win-win.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this cruise in general.
Yes.
Being on the ship for 17 days. Because the last cruise I went on was 3 nights and it just wasn't long enough. I'm excited to go back to Seward because I just love Seward so much. Gosh, what else am I excited about? Everything? Can I say everything? I'm really excited about tea.
Yes.
I'm really excited about Victoria. And to go back to Vancouver. Oh gosh, I loved Vancouver when we were there the last time.
I really liked Vancouver.
We had
Do the
such
hop
a-
on, hop off.
We had such a magical time there that
It
day.
was really great.
I mean, I know, like,
I want Emma to see the library.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
we
I'm
went
looking
into the
forward to
library.
that.
It was just, like, that day was one of the perfect days, Like, there's a couple of them in my life that I've had. That was one of them. I'm excited to go to Sitka. I'm really excited about Wrangell because Wrangell doesn't get visited by larger cruise ships very often. I think we are, like, the second to largest cruise ship that's going to visit Wrangell this year.
I'm excited to be back on the Grand.
Yes.
I'm excited to get on the Grand because it's the sort of unofficial sister ship to the Magic.
Right. Yeah, the Disney Magic. Because they were made in the same shipyard in the same time frame. And when you're on the ship, you can feel the similarities.
Yeah.
Like the elevator grail, and I don't know if they call it the atrium, but like in the
It's the piazza.
piazza, in the piazza, it's basically the same elevator grail as in the Disney Magic's atrium, except there's no hidden Mickeys.
Yeah.
You know what else I'm excited about?
What?
Alfredo's Pizza.
Oh.
They have been talking about it and talking about it and talking about it. So, Alfredo, you better make that pizza good. You better
They
live up
say
to the
the
hype.
pizza on deck is really good. We didn't get one slice. They say the burgers on deck are excellent. And they say it's the best burger at sea. We didn't get one burger. They say
I'll
that
be the judge of that.
The premium desserts are wonderful. We were on a week and we didn't get one. I mean, we were busy. We read. We
were
relaxed.
overwhelmed. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
And
were
it is
overwhelmed
sensory
with
overload.
like new. And so that's why I've been trying to get her prepared for the trip because everything is going to be so new. Something else that's really exciting just happened this week because we are now within 3 weeks of sail, or we were earlier this week, like our sail date, because we leave 3 days before
Yeah.
we embark the ship. So we're going to have 3 days in Seattle, or 2.5 days in Seattle before we get on the ship. So earlier this week was 3 weeks before our sail date, and I got a notification that our medallions have shipped. So they don't ship medallions before, like, I think 3 weeks out because there are batteries in them and the battery's going to die. So they don't want you to have it too far in advance or it won't work. That's not a big deal.
I think they're afraid we're going to lose it.
Well, that too. And you don't have to have them mailed to your house. Since we have the Premier package, we can have them mailed to us for free. And what that does is it puts us in the green lane, meaning when we get to the port, we should just be able to, go through security and basically get right on the ship, ideally. Suites and elites get on first. Mm-hmm. And then I think green lane people just have it easier to get on the ship. Yeah. So I'm excited about that. We've bought a couple of other things to help, us on this cruise. And I'll talk about that in a different vlog because we're doing lots of things to prepare for the cruise. So we've got a couple of other videos before we actually start the travel series. But we're going to Alaska and we are pumped.
Thrilled.
So if you're excited, stay tuned because there's way more to come.
We're going to bring you right along with us.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're going to share probably too much. And I think we're going to have a marvelous time with each other.
Oh, yeah.
And sharing everything with you. So yeah, stay tuned. Keep watching. Subscribe. I never ask you to subscribe. But if you do subscribe and you can click the bell, the notification bell, so you get notified when I post a new video. So if you're interested in this series and you want to see when more is coming, you can subscribe and click the notification bell to get an email notification when I post again.
There you go.
Yeah, that was uncomfortable. I don't like asking people to subscribe. So
Fine, I'll do it. Subscribe to her channel and click the bell icon so you can get notified whenever she posts a video for this series.
Well,
do it or we'll find you.
No. You don't have to if you don't want to, but you can. It makes it easier for you to find the videos.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you so much for sticking with us through this. I know it's chaotic, but we're so excited that we can't think straight.
And I'm
so.
sorry if you can hear my cat. We locked her out earlier because she was fighting with Maleficent and she's just been yelling behind the door.
We're trying to minimize the chaos and it's not working, but that's okay. So this is real life. Anyway, thanks for watching. You guys will see us in another video really soon. Bye!
Bye! Mwah. Oh my god, we didn't do Emma Cam.
No, we're gonna have plenty of Emma Cam on the cruise.